All right, guys, welcome back. We're going into the third hour. Sorry for a little bit of delay during the break. Adam, how's this bomb blow up?
So before, I guess before, so Piani, you have a moment. So you bought level 2 of precog, right?
I did. Yes.
Okay. So here's what happens for you. You're sitting on board the ship. You hear some more shouting, and then there's a dull vibration that suddenly like jars through the ship, and then slows to an almost complete halt. Everything is moving in slow motion, and then rewinds for you in your perception. And you realize that at this exact second, if you throw yourself backwards over the crate you're sitting on, you're going to be able to avoid whatever harm is about to befall you.
I choose to spend my points and use my power so that happens.
Awesome. Okay. So before the explosion even happens, you just kind of do a back tuck and fall behind the crate. And the woman that was pointing the rifle at you in Mandarin is like, "What do you do?" And then the whole ship like shakes.
Do you want to explain what terminal reflection is? Because I think I was still deciding on my skill choices last session.
Sure. Yeah. So terminal reflection allows you to basically get, I'll read it for you. It triggers automatically when the psychic is likely to be unexpectedly injured. It gives the psychic a single image of the probable damage. This would be the next part, the grenade. The warning comes in time for the precog to halt an action likely to result in injury. If the psychic chooses not to spend the activation cost, the sense goes numb for the next 24 hours. So basically, Piani gets a choice. I say, okay, you're about to get hurt. Do you want to spend the points or not and just let things happen? So from an outsider's perspective, you're responding to danger before the danger even exists. So in this case, you roll backwards over the crate, and there's this explosion that jars the ship, and a panel from the ceiling basically breaks off and falls on her, and a bunch of like wire cables land on her.
That's what you get, you winch.
So she's gonna take some damage. And okay, she's still alive, but she's very badly hurt. She's sort of pinned under this like heavy car. And yeah, it would have landed right on you, but you managed to just move out of the way. Outside, the grenade obviously goes off. It's an anti-personnel grenade, so it doesn't like explode the whole platform. But this sort of chunk of the platform is blown away. And the platform itself tilts slightly. One of the repulsors underneath gets damaged. The ship doesn't like slide off or anything, but it's treacherous footing. Plus, there's no railing here, so something to be aware of. And I think that the only bounty hunter that hasn't acted is the one that was shooting at Mr. Sicarian. I'm just gonna make a roll because I can't decide what he's gonna do. So, okay. So he runs back inside. And Piani, you see him, you're hiding behind the crate, you see him starting to like pull the cabling and stuff that's fallen on this woman. He's just starting to pull it off of her. So that's it for the bounty hunters. Higgs, you've been pulled to safety, but you and the guy are both prone now, and he's like wrestling with you, trying to get the handcuffs on you.
Does he have any knives on him? On his chest?
No. He has a stun baton tucked into his belt, though.
Oh yeah, I want to grab that and shove it right into his chest.
Okay, so it's your turn. Make a dex roll. He's gonna oppose it with strength.
Oh mother.
It's your turn, so all he's doing is opposing you. Like if he wins, he doesn't get to like put the handcuffs on you. But if you win, you can grab his weapon and make an attack with it.
All right. Would you like to? Oh my God, Adam.
Wait, you gotta re-roll. We're back from the break.
Oh, we do, but I am rolling at -1.
Okay.
Fuck, I don't have any other bonuses for this. All right. 9.
Oh, so close. Okay.
I'm gonna re-roll it. I might as well try to beat it.
Sure.
6, yeah.
Okay. So you're scrambling to get his weapon. He's like elbows you in the face. The two of you are rolling around on the deck. But he doesn't get any more leverage on you yet. He'll have to make an attempt in his turn.
Sure.
Victor, what do you want to do?
Victor finishes off his delicious Haagen-Dazs brand salted caramel ice cream bar. And then I shoot. Who do I see?
Okay.
Higgs and his partner are no longer struggling, right?
No, they are. They're still rolling around on the deck.
Struggling.
But the guy has the upper hand. So I think if you do take a shot at that pair, it'd be like 1 to 4. You hit that guy. 5 to 6. You hit Higgs. Higgs.
Yeah. Okay. So I'll do that. I shoot at Higgs and the guy.
Don't get a 5 or a 6.
I'm gonna get a 6.
I hate. Oh.
Yes.
All right.
Oh.
So you have an open shot on this guy. You take it. Go ahead and roll. His armor class is
24.
4.
Damn.
Nice.
It better be 5.
Okay. You hit him. Yeah. Yeah. Go ahead and roll damage.
How much damage
Does that
this
give?
thing do?
Well, never mind.
I've got it written down here.
D6.
1d6 plus 1.
Yep.
It's gonna be like a 2. God.
Well, it was a 2.
Dink.
That plus 1.
Okay, it was a 2. Yeah, you like hit him in the shoulder or something.
Yeah.
And Higgs, yeah, he like grabs his shoulder and he's like, ah, fuck, and he looks up and he sees Victor. He like makes eye contact with you.
I do this.
And then while he's wrestling with Higgs, he like shouts into the into the ship. He's like, "Fucking get out here! There's one up above!" And Piana, you hear that from inside. But he also sees Sicarian. He sees that you've dispatched his sister, and it's your turn now, Mr. Sicarian. What would you like to do?
I sprint towards where the guy retreated, and as I'm doing that, I'm pulling out the plasma cannon.
Okay, all right. So you won't be able to shoot at him necessarily this turn, but you'll run in with your weapon ready, and you can see this guy.
You can get in there and pull wires off, but I can't get in and shoot.
But he's
him
not
with range
really
weapon.
doing anything yet. Like he just ran in and is struggling with them. He might not even be strong enough to get her free. But he has his back to you and doesn't know that you're there. So.
Okay.
Cool. Okay. Piani, what do you want to do? You see Mr. Sicarian run in to the ship.
And do I see that he's aware of the presence of the 2 people that are still there?
Definitely. Yeah. I mean, they're between you. So like you're behind the crate, and then there's the 2 of them in the middle with the debris, and then Sicarian comes running up behind them. So they're in a crossfire kind of between you 2.
And they would be looking at me.
Well, he's looking at her, and she's trying not to die of internal bleeding.
Okay. I'm gonna fucking take aim at the poor gal bleeding out.
Yeah, you just want to try and finish her off.
I'd like to.
Okay, yeah, just roll damage.
And it's a D20.
Oh, you don't have to roll to hit. She's just lying there.
Oh, she's lying there? Fuck yeah.
roll your
1D10. Boom!
Oh, Jesus.
Oh!
Well, you have a shotgun?
Dead, you dumb bitch!
What weapon do you have?
A fucking laser rifle.
I didn't know
So you
that.
just get back up with your rifle and just
Did
Okay.
David see me? Like
I need a
Alright.
bigger gun.
Okay, so you just blast her with it, and she goes limp. You like cut right through the stuff that's bearing her, through her probably a little bit into the deck underneath. There's like a spray of steam from one of the cables the pipes that you break. And the guy that's trying to free her just like starts like screaming like he sees what happens. And he's like yelling no. And then he looks at you, Piani, and he's gonna shoot at you, but he doesn't know there's a Sicarian behind him. So he gets one shot at you first, and then
Now-
that's the end of his turn.
Help me understand in this system. Like I'm behind this crate.
You got
Do
some
I
cover,
get
yeah.
what kind of bonuses do you get based off of the cover that you're in?
I think you've got pretty good cover because you're fairly small to begin with, right?
What the fuck you saying?
You're not very tall, is what I'm saying. I think target that's undercover applies a -2. Yeah, I'll say I'll give him a minus like 3 on his roll to hit you.
Give it your
So-
best shot.
So he's got a D20. He's got his skill bonus. What's your armor class?
5.
Okay, so it just negates his skill bonus to hit you. So let's see if he hits you with his stun weapon. He does.
Oh,
Jesus.
So big blue pulse just hits you square in the chest, and
lucky
you take,
shot!
Right in the boob.
right. The next one's right in the tit. All right. So you take some damage.
Oh.
Okay.
It does
so
9 damage?
Just not, yeah. But you're reduced down to like basically you're stabilized at 0 with 1 hit. So you're unconscious, but you won't die. So you get stunned out. Just
Jesus.
Fucking
Yeah.
stun guns are legit.
it's just a like a combat rifle, but with stun capability. So yeah, he stuns you, and you're out. You're unconscious. The last thing you see is that blue flash. So that was him.
Asshole.
Yeah, the guy outside that just got shot by Victor, he's still wrestling with Higgs.
Is he
So
weakened
Higgs-
from the damage?
Higgs, you tried to you tried to grab his baton. He's gonna grab the baton and just try and like wail on you with it to get you to calm down. So he's gonna make a melee attack. Why don't you make a strength check? If you can do it, like if you can succeed, you can interfere with his roll. I'll give him a penalty. So just make if you get a 7 or better on a strength check. Okay, no. So you go for the weapon. You go for the weapon. He just like backhands you, and your head kind of snaps back and hits the deck, and then he grabs it and snaps it out and just jabs it into you. So let's see if he hits.
I like how every roll that I've made that's crucial has just not been successful.
Hey,
your
you
armor
got
class?
that chick's number.
Yeah.
What's your armor class?
4.
Okay. Okay, so you dodge out of the way, and it hits the deck plate with a shower of sparks. And he's like, just fucking hold still. Damn it. And he's like trying to wail at you.
I just spit in his eyes.
Ah, shite.
I fight dirty.
Okay.
I begin
Awesome.
rehearsing to myself, dear Miss Odette, I'm so very sorry. No, I'm terribly sorry. No, yeah.
Okay, so the bounty hunters are done. Victor and Higgs, what do you guys want to do?
I want to grab this thing and shove it into his fucking mouth. Like this guy's.
Try and wrestle it away from him. Okay.
Yeah.
Is he still on top?
Yeah, right now, like Higgs, you're lying on your back. He's kind of like straddling your like stomach area, and he's got the cuffs in one hand, and he's just like hitting you or trying to hit you, and you've got like your arms up blocking.
Okay.
So yeah, you're underneath him.
Yeah, I want to struggle against him to grab the baton and then hit him with it.
Okay. Take the baton away from him. Okay. Go for it. So opposed strength check.
Go ahead and tell me what I got to beat. What impossible number? Oh my
You only
god!
need a 3.
I
He's
can't.
flailing around. He's got spit in his eyes.
I've
10.
still got
Nice.
like, damn, dude.
Okay. So you reach out and you grab the safe part of the baton and twist it out of his hands. And
I
then he
can't
gets
make an
this
action
momentary.
or an attack, right?
You can't.
That's
No,
your
you
turn.
can. Yeah, that was your turn. You can take it from him, and now you have it.
Okay,
And then next turn you can hit him with it.
gotcha.
But yeah, he like wipes the spit out of his eyes and then realizes he doesn't have his weapon, and there's gonna be more wrestling, but you get a chance to poke him with his stick first.
I like it.
Victor, what do you want?
Do I still have a better than majority chance to hit the enemy?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, here I go. Burst fire
don't
this time.
fuck my roll up.
I hit the
Hey.
enemy.
Just barely. Okay.
1d20
So burst-
plus 5 plus 2 for burst fire. Ooh. Ugh, God, it's still
Your
so
pistol
hard.
does burst fire.
Yeah, semi-auto.
That's not what.
25.
Yes, son.
Well, it's a hit either way, I guess.
Yeah, it's a hit either way. You should just check because semi-auto doesn't mean that.
No. I was looking at it. In the,
Nice.
It's got that little asterisk that means it.
You have
can fire
a
burst fire.
semi-automatic pistol.
It's a semi-automatic pistol. Oh fuck! No, it can't do burst fire.
Does it do burst fire? You still hit him
Never
anyway,
mind.
but not
Damn
the
it,
plus,
chat.
not the plus 2 damage.
Plus 1.
Hey, that
Okay,
was
here's
only-
another 3 damage to your shoulder.
I like
thought
to
it
do
was
that.
fix
same
my
damn
elbow.
spot.
I turn my head to the right and like give a fucking thumbs down at Victor.
I
I
give him.
got this.
I give him the.
Hold him still. It'll just be a fort, right?
Just one more, guys. One more. I can do this. Awesome. Okay. So yeah, you wing him again. He's getting real pissed. He's like shouting for backup. But in the meantime, Mr. Sicarian, this guy has his back to you. He's just shot Peony with the stun rifle. What do you want to do?
Is he got his back completely to me, like he doesn't notice me at all,
Yeah.
and I can get to him?
You're about. Yeah, I mean, if you want to be like in melee range or whatever with him, yeah, you could drop your gun and pull out your weapon, or you could just shoot him in the back. Like you're
I'll
pretty
just square
close.
shoot him in the back, yeah.
Okay, just roll damage. You don't have to roll to hit.
So it's 2d8 plus... it's just straight 2d8, I guess.
Nice. Okay. So you fire the gun right into his back. He gets thrown forward and lands face down on top of the pile of cables. And you can you've burned the shot's burned right through his clothes. You can see his raw flesh underneath. And he's just sizzling, lying face down on the
Seems
pile.
very dead.
Yeah, he seems pretty. He's not moving. His rifle is scattered somewhere.
Jog forward, noticing that knowing this is where Peony was too. So I'm gonna go check on her.
Yeah, you can see her lying on the ground behind the crate, and she's like twitching. Okay, so the bounty hunter that like is on top of Higgs, I think, realizes that there's no help coming. He's been shot at and hit twice. There's a sniper. There's bad things happening on the ship. He puts his hands up and like tries to stand up. Higgs, like, he leaves you the weapon. He's like, I give, fucking uncle. I'm sorry. Puts his hands behind his head.
I fucking just start jabbing him in the face.
All right. So roll a d8.
Okay. 6.
Okay. All right. So you knock him out. You jab the taser baton into his chest, and he drops to his knees. And before he passes out, he starts foaming. Before he passes out, he's like, fuck! I said I give. God damn it! And then like face down on the deck, twitching.
So, can I keep this stun baton? I like this thing.
Yeah.
Why couldn't you?
Yeah, I'm just gonna put this stun baton on my hair sheet.
Okay. So the stun baton does d8 stun damage.
Okay.
And you use strength to attack with it, and it uses the primitive weapon skill.
Okay. Yeah. When he falls to the ground, I reach down to his arm and grab the little bounty hunter comm thing that he has on his arm.
Okay.
And read off what I'm wanted for and all that stuff and who wants me, et cetera, et cetera. If I can. I assume there might be some encryption or something.
Yeah. It needs like a actually make a computer's test, because it needs his like biosignature to activate it, and he's unconscious, so there's interference. But just make a computer check. If you can get a 7 or better, you can activate it before the interference turns it off. Like while he's fading
6.
into unconscious. Okay, no. So you see like your face, and you see the symbol of the Midari Syndicate, and you see maybe a few details like the amount, and then it just flickers and goes off, and it goes into lockdown mode.
Okay, I just take that off and then see what else he has on his body.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, he's got his like personal like comm pad built into the wrist thing. He maybe has a few like miscellaneous things in his pockets. He's got a set of keys in his pockets.
Probably has a ship, so I take that.
Probably has a ship somewhere, yeah. And he's just got his like a jumpsuit.
Okay,
whatever.
and then if I would assume my character's strong enough to where I could either... Actually, he doesn't deserve to get picked up. I just pick his legs up and just drag him into the Swan Song.
Okay.
And make sure
You
if
drag
there's
him
like a
through-
bump, I like drag him over that direction and hit the bump and then go over
Yeah,
that.
you drag him past the body of the woman that Sicarian killed and up onto the Swan Song. So meanwhile, on the Swan Song, Sicarian, what do you want to do? You want to check on Peony?
I'm going through protocol to make sure she's okay. Like I'm checking her pulse, checking her wounds, that kind of thing.
I imagine you've probably used weapons like this on people before. So yeah, it's standard like pacification rifle. She's unconscious. She'll wake up in a few hours.
Okay. And once I verify that, I check the pulse of the guy as well to make sure he's dead.
He's dosed. There's another body you didn't notice before that's underneath the pile. They're like a sandwich. And yeah, one of the ceiling like panels is broken, and this mess of cabling has fallen on these.
I look at that and say, we'll have to get that fixed. And then I shoulder his rifle, I guess, and kind of go through his person to see if he has anything.
Okay. Basically the same stuff. He's got like a comm pad, maybe like an energy cell for the weapon. The rifle itself.
Okay. And once I see nothing, then I guess I start heading outside to go see on Mr. Higgs.
Okay, yeah, you meet Higgs on the platform. Steven, what's the armor on the Swan Song? Just want to see how much damage it took from the
I think it's like 4. No, it's 2. 2.
2? Okay.
2 is the armor.
Okay, so it took 3 damage. So note that.
Did we have it repaired? Because I have our current hit points at 11.
I don't remember where that damage came from. The ship was repaired once, but
Did we not get it repaired over the 2 months that we were hanging out?
how
much would it cost?
If you want to just retcon that, yeah, it's 100,
how much
like 100
would it
credits? 100 credits a hit point or something?
Yeah, so I'll just pay
Okay, just pay
1100
that
out of
and
my
then,
own.
and then
so it's
apply
like
the new damage. Okay.
42, 950. Yeah, and then we're down to 17 from 20. Okay, good. Got it.
Okay. So
None of these guys had like combat rifles, did they?
Yeah, they're combat rifles, but they're stun rifles. So they deal.
Oh,
it's a combat rifle in every way except you can't kill someone with it. I mean, unless you were like shooting.
That's
an unconscious
worthless.
spot. Yeah, but if you want to stun, if anybody wants either a stun pistol or a stun rifle, there are 2 rifles or 3 rifles and a pistol available. Plus, they all have batons. So if you wants to loot those, you're welcome to it.
I take one of the stun rifles just to have it.
Okay.
Mr. S is on the deck with me.
Yeah, I mean, you guys kind of meet on the ramp as you're dragging this guy by the boots.
Yeah. Okay. Just like Mr. S, grab his other leg. Let's get him inside.
I do that.
Adam,
Yes.
sorry, is this an energy weapon? Or is it a
Yes.
projectile weapon?
You get the +1. It's under. So the stats I'm using is the combat rifle from projectile weapon, but there's a +1 to hit with it, and it deals only stun damage.
Okay, because I'm not proficient in energy weapons.
Yes, it's shooting energy.
So,
Okay, sure.
Adam, we drag him into the ship, and then into the cargo hold, and then take the handcuffs that he was going to handcuff me with, and handcuff him to a chair, or
Okay.
we handcuff him to something that's heavy, like maybe it's a piece of cargo that he won't be able to get out of, and there's nothing.
Well, there's that big mess of cables that fell from the ceiling that was enough to crush somebody. You could probably handcuff him to that.
Yeah, well, whatever. He's not going to find anything.
Yeah, that's the nearest piece of like heavy equipment you could ostensibly do that with.
Yeah, and then I strip him to just his underwear. Like I take everything off of him and move everything away from him, out of reach.
All right.
And then I just leave
he's
him there
got-
and move everything.
Once you get his shirt off, you notice that on his arms and his chest, he's got a whole bunch of like prison tattoos.
Do I recognize any? Can I make a criminal roll?
Yeah, make a criminal roll for sure.
4.
Okay. No, you just recognize them as prison tattoos.
Yeah, I'm just not rolling well tonight, Jeff. I'm bad.
What'd you do to the dice, man?
I don't know. I don't know. It's all bad. Okay. And then I guess I look for Piani as well. I would assume we're doing that as a group.
Yeah. I mean, Securian, I think you've taken care of her, right? Like, you don't just leave her like lying on the ground. Or
Mr.
maybe
S.
you do.
You know, she's twitching and
Whatever.
everything.
Yeah, just she'll be fine. She'll just hope she doesn't swallow her own tongue. It'll be.
I mean, at some point, Kovacs comes over, and he would like the group to think that he made a flying leap from one platform to the next, but actually he just walked back and like went down, and yeah. And he just pulls out one of his Lazarus patches and blap.
Okay,
is she actually at 0 health? Or?
No, you don't have to Lazarus patch her. It's the stun weapon just put her in a state where she was already stable at 0.
Okay.
She'll wake up in a few hours. You could help her wake up faster.
When I wake up, will I have 1 hit point then?
Yeah, you'll have 1 hit point. Yeah.
Yep,
Can we
I
slap
apply
her?
the medicines.
That would not be a good idea at this point. Kovacs, on your way back, Victor, you're crossing that platform. There are a bunch of like fire hazard like drones that have come up and sprayed like fire retardant foam all over the ship, and one of them is repeating like an automated signal like "Please stay calm," "Please wait for police intervention," etc. And it's repeating it in like 6 or 7 different languages. So ostensibly, the local the university cops will show up.
Is it?
Soon
Is
enough.
it ever repeated in ancient Chandalian?
No. Ancient Chandalian.
Damn it!
It's not.
Hey, you gotta ask every time. You gotta
Yeah.
ask every time.
It's not week 46 yet, man.
Whatever. One day, several months from now, you guys will be like trying to decode an alien doomsday device, and then you'll be able to save the party.
Yes.
But it's
Finally, it will be Victor's turn to shine.
you got to play the long.
No, I just walk up and I say, do you guys need a little help here with the missus?
Yes, she's been stunned. She could use some comfort.
I'll
And
prepare
please,
the med bay.
do not go inside of her.
No, we don't have
Carrying.
insurance. Victor, we don't have insurance for that type. Just
She
get her
she
working.
she just needs a little rest. We're fine. We're good.
Okay, good.
Hey, cops are on their way, and I just like hoist up Piane and
I'll
walk
deal
her
with
over
the cops.
to the med bay.
I'll let. Yeah.
The
Are
ship
there any
really needs an HR department.
Are there any bodies out on the deck of the ship, or is everything
Yes,
else?
there is one. The sister of the guy that you have tied up, lying face down in a rather large pool of her own blood.
Yeah, I go and collect her body and bring it into the ship.
Okay.
Or actually,
When
what's
you
below
go-
me? What if I just jump her or drop her off this thing? What?
So the drones, like the fire and police drones, are probably videotaping in the year 3200. They're recording everything that's happening right now. So if you're okay with them seeing you throwing a
never
corpse
mind, no.
off,
Not doing it.
then if you just leave it and like let the cops deal with it, then you know.
Okay, yeah. I guess I walk out to like look at the body. Is there
Okay.
cops coming?
The drones are there already, so you get like the spotlight on you and then the repeat of the canned message. But yeah, if you just want to wait outside for the cops, then
Yeah, I just
you can
put
do
my
that.
hands up and wait.
Okay, all right. So it's only a short time, like maybe a minute or so, before a bunch of, I'd say like 3 university like police officers arrive on the scene.
Oh god. So these are like rent-a-cops? Is that
The university police.
university
Yeah.
police?
Yeah.
Oh great. Okay. They show. Okay. What do they do when
Yeah.
they show up?
Basically, their campus security shows up. There's 3 of them. They have they do actually have like weapons. They have pistols that they have drawn, and they come out and they point them at you and they're like, "Freeze! Put your hands up!" And I mean, you've dealt with cops before.
Yeah, I've got my hands up. I'm just like, you guys are a little late.
And they come up and the woman in charge, she gets like she's talking to someone in her headset, and she looks at you and looks at the body. Do you have any weapons on you right now?
I mean, I've got my pistol, but I would assume it's hidden
But it's
from my
holstered,
duster
right?
jacket. Yeah, it's all
You
holstered.
got a hit. Okay.
I've got
All right.
everything holstered or hidden. Yeah.
Okay, so the other 2, they stay there. They don't have their guns pointed at you. They're pointed down now. She puts her gun in the holster, and she's like to you. She's like, "Is there anybody else on the ship?"
Yeah, I've got my crew there, and we've got some extra bodies. I think this has to do with one of the. We're escorting. We took a gig from someone here at the university. I think
She
this is
just
what
puts
it's
her
about.
hand up to try and stop. She's like, all right, sir, just stay calm, stay calm.
Well, I'm calm.
Everything's
but
gonna be
thank you.
okay.
Okay.
Let me just and she turns around and she gestures for one of her guys to go up on the ship.
Make sure you tell him that we've got a cook that's he's a little bit. Just make sure you know you're walking in there. All right. Make
Okay.
yourself known.
So they do. Yeah, the guy yells kind of awkwardly, like, campus security, put your hands up, and like goes up on the ship. But I mean, their intent here, like they kind of get you all in one place and try to get your story of what happened. It doesn't look like they're here to like arrest you or anything. They've got some footage of the actual fight, but they want to hear like, whatever you have to say. So Higgs, I guess you're primarily kind of in charge of this conversation. What do you want to tell him? You and Sicarian, I guess, are probably the ones. Because they leave Victor to like make sure Piani is okay.
Well, do they have audio?
Yeah, I mean they're recording. They've got little like shoulder mounted cameras.
No, I mean
and-
audio of what happened on the platform. Would it only be video?
Probably not. Yeah, they just have like video recordings up until when the drones showed up.
Well, we were coming back to our ship, you see, and that guy right there, and I point to the guy that's tied up to the thing. He said that he wanted me and the doctor, and that we weren't going to be able to do our mission, and then this woman over here, and I point to the girl that's like bleeding, or sorry, the woman out on the deck that was bleeding out. She drew her gun at this guy, at Mr. S, and Mr. S. Well, he's not going to have that, and he took his blade and put it through her back. And then shit went crazy, and I don't know. This grenade went off. I don't know where that came from. It's all. I got a lot of adrenaline. It's all crazy.
Okay, why don't you make a persuade check to get her to buy your story?
Okay.
Campus security is pretty easy to persuade, though. So.
Yep.
Difficulty
10.
is 6. Yeah. Okay, you do it. All right. So she buys your story. I assume like Mr. Sicarian, you back the story, right? You're like, yeah, whatever Higgs says, or do you have anything else you want to say? Okay. All right. So She says, well, obviously this is a case of self-defense.
Clearly.
You know, these I'm gonna need to take I need to take this guy into custody, and she points at the dude in his like underwear.
Is there any
So she
chance
goes
that we
over
could
and
talk
she's
to him first?
She kind of looks at you and she's like, well, that's highly against procedure. I mean, he's in
Well,
arrest. We got to take him back to
Technically, we're on the same.
cell.
Technically, I am part of the university police because I'm escorting one of your professors, and thus I am in league with you, and I will find the information and pass it on to you. You can even be there if you'd like.
She's like, who did you say you were working for?
Doctor, and I'm like looking at the rest of the party.
Somebody help me
Dr.
out.
Omar Saeed, xenoarchaeology.
Yeah, of course, Mr. Omar.
Xenosociology.
Dr.
Hi,
Omar.
my name is Victor Kovacs. I am a student of
I look back, is this woman, is this woman gorgeous?
I took an undergraduate course in Maltech here at Anaximander University.
We've got an
Very
alumni with us. Look at that. Fancy that.
fascinating place.
She says, okay, one at a time, please. I have to look into this. Just give me a second. And she goes back outside, and you can see like she's making a comms call when she's outside.
Okay.
The other two campus security guys are like just in the hold. One of them is just like looking at his phone. He's got his gun kind of just at his side, and he's looking at his phone. And the other one is staring at the scorched body that Mr. Securian created, and he looks like he's just trying not to throw up.
Oh.
So she goes outside.
Okay, go. I won't even interrupt. Go ahead.
That's okay. She goes outside, and unless you guys want to do or say anything, she's going to come back after the result of that call.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. So she comes back, and she says, I spoke with Dr. Saeed, but he didn't say anything about you acting as campus security. I mean, I guess you're working for him and everything, but I mean, if you say this is related, then it's related, but I'm going to need to get my supervisor up here. So, look, if he wakes up...
Supervisor, come on. I need to talk to him about y'all's performance. We had to fight 4 people by ourselves, and you guys just got here. I think that's sloppy. Do you think that's sloppy?
Look.
I kind of look over towards Victor.
Look, sir, I'm gonna level with you. My job is primarily breaking down loud parties and making sure people follow bylaws. I'm not really used to this kind of thing, so
Yeah, I remember.
I'm just gonna go. I'm gonna go and wait for my superior officer. If he wakes up, you're welcome to talk to him. But this is a crime scene, so please try not to move anything. Or and you can tell she's trying to remember like protocol, and she's like,
Oh no,
Yeah,
we got you, man. We got it under control. Thank you, ma'am.
Do we have the right to
All right.
remain silent?
Victor, shut up.
you're trying to help.
Yeah, I just just trying to jog her memory.
So
I'm
she
just trying to get her out of
leaves.
there.
And Piani, at this point, you've woken up. You have 1 hit point. If you want to come back to the cargo hold and be present for this, you guys will have a few minutes to interrogate this guy while you wait for the commander to come and take him away. You can see him starting to wake up.
Sure.
Okay.
I guess I turn to Mr. S. Mr. S, you have done this before, I assume? That is, interrogate a prisoner?
Yes, of course.
Could you just ask him why he wants me and make sure he answers that? I mean, I could do
Sure.
it, but I think you're probably better. You're more better.
I'll have the answer.
More better.
You're good.
Okay. So he's really groggy and he's like starting to wake up.
He's just like leaning up against the wall, right, or whatever.
Yeah, he's like sitting down with his legs in front of him. His hands are handcuffed behind him, and they're like through one of the cables that's like lying on top of his friend now.
So I kind of walk over to him and I brush off my legs and kneel down. Or not kneel down. I kind of squat down next to him. I say, "I'm going to ask you a couple of questions. I want you to answer them truthfully. If you do, we'll turn you over to this campus security, and you'll probably be on your way. If you don't, I'm going to let you know what your own blood tastes like by having you drown in it."
It tastes like blood, by the way. Kind of like just back off.
It's like blood.
Yeah.
He gets kind of like wide-eyed, and then he looks at all the blood on your like outfit, and then he kind of scowls, and he's like, "What's your name, mate?"
Oh, I noticed you saw that I'm quite the mess. I do apologize. I try to keep a cleaner outfit. My name is Mr. Sakarian.
Skarian, is it? That's a name I'll never fucking forget.